Okay, so we're moving on to our second step in our project today. What we're going to do is we're going to take our acrylic paint and we're going to thin it down with some water. You want it to be about the consistency of watercolor paint, so it needs to be really thin, really runny. We're just going to get our wide brush here and stir it around, and it's just going to be very, very, very thin here. Oh, I'm kind of making a mess. All right, so very, very thin. Okay, then you're going to take and you're going to paint it directly on top of your painting here. And again, you know, you might look at it and go, oh geez, I kind of screwed it up. You haven't screwed it up. This is when the magic happens. Can I do this? Okay. Okay, so now you're going to take your wet paper towel and you're going to wipe it lightly on your surface, and you're going to pull some of the color off, but you want to leave a good bit of it down in your crevices. So, and because we have the Mod Podge on there, it might look a little bit milky, but when it dries, it's going to be completely clear, but it'll have all these nice little textury bits where the dark lines show up. So, and you can kind of remove as much or as little as you want. I would not scrub at it real hard, just because you know you don't want to lose all of that textury business, because you know that's the whole point of this project. But you know, conversely, you do want to kind of pull it back just a hair. Cool. All right, so it's completely dry now. It's been kind of sitting for a couple of days, and that's cool. The nice thing about this is that because we put the Mod Podge in, we can actually go in and kind of scrub a little bit more if we need to. I would suggest that, like on this one here, I would suggest that the student maybe come in and add a little bit more highlights right here, and maybe in some different places to make some areas kind of stand out. So you can go back in. The Mod Podge is kind of a sealant between your paint layer and this upper runnier layer, and so you can get kind of a feel for where you would like darker areas to go. Now if you accidentally screw up and you take too much off, you know, just repaint more on there, let it dry, and do the same thing again. So the Mod Podge is nice that way because it does allow you to do it without screwing up your color layers underneath. Now, one other thing that I would probably suggest for this particular artist especially is to go in now after they have all of their little highlight areas done and touch in some detail areas just with a darker color, just to kind of make the ear maybe stand out here a little bit more, make the tail curl a little bit more identifiable, that kind of thing. Once we are completely done with this, then we would put a glossy Mod Podge coat on that would give it all a nice shine, protect everything, keep it from washing off, and that would pretty much be the end of the project.